I just wanted to share a quick message today about power couple energy that is currently on the rise. This is something that I received a message about the other day, and I just wanted to share this quickly with you guys for anyone out there that is not exactly sure about what's kind of going on with relationships or with their personal relationship, or anyone that is not in a relationship currently. There is this energy right now in the month of September that is bringing a lot of people together that are resonating on the same frequency. And so both men and women, like divine feminines, divine masculines, are being, and then of course same sex, doesn't matter, but there's a lot of individuals, again, who are on the same level, on the same frequency, who have been doing the work for a significant amount of time, who have gone through a tremendous amount of transformation, internal transformation, and actually external transformation as well. Um, those people are coming into this harmonious resonance. And what I was actually getting was that divine masculines in particular are going through this phase right now of elevation. So the energy within the divine masculines has been on the rise continuously. You know, like they say, the Kundalini energy is the snake, right? It's an energy that starts to move up through the chakras, starting at the base, at the root chakra, and it starts to elevate. And as this energy has been elevating for the past 18 months or so, it has definitely become expansive, and it's come to a point, and it's reached a point now within the divine masculines where it's now entering up into like throat, third eye, and then crown chakra. And as this energy moves up into the crown, our crown chakra is our divine connection to God, right? It is our connection to source. And so as it has reached or reaching the crown at this time, it is opening and bursting open. It's literally like a burst of light that is just absolutely allowing Christ consciousness to come through into the divine masculines. And that's very exciting news. That is actually really beautiful news because, as we know, a lot of divine masculines, a lot of masculines in general on the planet have really been needing to step into their power, have really needed to come back into union within themselves. And divine feminines also, actually, like the feminines have been working through this energy as well for quite a significant amount of time, last 2-3 years. For some people, their awakening began in 2016. A lot of people actually talked about their awakening beginning in 2016. So, but it doesn't matter when your awakening began. The point is, and the journey is, oh, beautiful butterfly, that it's now to the point, and it has reached a culmination point for both, like I said, divine masculines and divine feminines, where this energy has actually moved up now into the crown and is now really opening up and allowing that Christ consciousness energy to come through. And what is Christ consciousness energy? If we just want to talk about that for a second, it's absolute unconditional love. That's what Christ consciousness is. It is this incredibly powerful divine love that one can feel within themselves. It is a love that just opens your heart to such an extent like it has never opened before. And this love is now a frequency that we are anchoring in to the 3D world. And it first has to be anchored into ourselves, into our bodies, and it has to come through the crown. So that's why this energy had to move through from the bottom to the top. And now that it's reached the top, this energy can now be brought back down into the physical form, into the material world, if you will, right? Because our 3D world is the material world. So there's this absolutely incredible anchoring in of light that we are now doing, because in your physical body, as your soul is in your physical body, and your soul goes through this incredible transformation, and then the soul has this wonderful experience of divine love and divine light within itself. It actually starts to embody that love, and it starts to embody that divinity within itself, and it displays it to the world. It shows it to the world through our actions. We anchor love in through our actions, through our words, through our own personal self-care and self-love. That's why I make so many videos about self-care on this channel, because it's so incredibly important to love ourselves first. And that is actually the first step of awakening. Anyone that has gone through a process of awakening is going to understand what I'm saying right now. They're going to resonate with this knowing that, yes, I actually had to really, push people out of my life. I had to drop certain connections. I had to drop certain behaviors, certain ways of thinking, certain patterns of existing, just so I can get to that place, that core divinity within myself that is and has always been there. And I had to connect to that, and you may resonate with this. This is something that many people that have gone through the awakening have experienced. It's this full-on dismantling of your old ego self and a reawakening and a rebirth, giving birth to this incredibly divine version of yourself, where you are so incredibly loving to yourself actually first. And through that self-love, this awakening happens, and it expands the awakening and accelerates the awakening even faster. And as you get into that harmonious place within the self, where divine feminine and divine masculine merge within yourself, once you reach that point, then these harmonious power couple energies can now come into play, because that is the process that had to happen first. You had to experience truly loving yourself so unconditionally and so purely and with so much clarity that you know, that you are now able to radiate that out of yourself. It's like anywhere you go, anyone you talk to, anyone you meet will literally feel this beautiful vibration off of you. They won't understand what the vibration is necessarily. They'll just know that it's addictive, that it's like it draws them in, and it wants, people just want to naturally be close to you or talk to you. You might notice that actually, that people are just naturally drawn to you. My daughter and I joke about this all the time. Like anywhere we go, we literally, and the place could be like dead empty, and anywhere we go, we just magnetically seem to draw people in. Within minutes, people will start flooding that shop or flooding that park, or just start showing up. And that's why, because people unconsciously are drawn to light, are drawn to love, right? We so fundamentally crave and desire love. And so many people don't know how to love themselves first. And so if you are someone that identifies as a divine feminine or a divine masculine who has come to this place of union within yourself, and you feel like you really truly love yourself unconditionally, and you see your flaws, but you're like, it's okay, I'm going to continue working on them instead of being hard on myself for them, then you've reached that place. You've reached this divine union within yourself, and you are now attracting in a divine partner who is also going to mirror that love to you, the way that you are able to give that love to yourself. And it's so beautiful. And as I was receiving this message about power couples, I was getting a lot of visuals, and I was being shown how there's so many people that are ready, and it's particularly the divine masculines that are now becoming ready for this divine union, for physical union, for them to come together with their divine feminine. Because if you're a divine masculine, you know who your divine feminine is, and if you're divine feminine, you know who your divine masculine is. And many are in separation at this time. There are many, many twin flames and high-level soulmate connections that are in separation still at this time, but they're in separation because they had to move through this process of that divine union within the self first. And as that has now taken place, and as that cycle has actually now completed at the end of August, and with this full moon actually that we just had on the 30th of August. And that's why August was such a pivotal month, from the first having a full moon and then another full moon on the 30th. It was this literally the divine showing us that this month is the month where this inner union has now completed. And now that that has completed, now in the external world, the divine union can also show up. Because remember, guys, everything is always energetic first, right? So everything always takes place in energetic form first, in the 5D first. And once that has taken place, then it can show up in the 3D as well, in the physical form. And now it is also time for us to bring this union into the physical form. It is time for these people to come together and really become a power couple. Because what is a power couple? It is two individuals that have done the work. They have done the spiritual work and the inner merging of themselves and the acceptance of flaws and the recognition of those flaws within themselves and the recognition of how to work on them, how to improve what they needed to shed. There was like a huge shedding process, right, that they had to go through. And now that that process has completed, for the most part, for many, not everyone, but for many, that is now allowing this beautiful 3D merging to happen also. So it's really, really exciting. It's really beautiful. I was so flabbergasted when I was receiving this message. And it, like, you're just going to see it. It's going to be all over Instagram. It's going to be all over social media. You're going to see so many people that have been alone for a long time coming into union with people that are very much in harmonious resonance and match for their energy. Because don't forget, we're always mirroring each other, always. And so whatever you are, whatever you radiate out of yourself is what you are also attracting to yourself. So this is why it's so important to do this inner work. So I just wanted to hop on here quickly and share this message today because I felt it was something that, many of us, I think, needed to hear. A lot of people out there needed to hear, just as a confirmation that, yes, you are on path. Yes, you are doing the work. And yes, divine union is happening for you. The timing and the how, let that stuff go. It's something that I've learned that is really not our concern. It is, the divine keeps showing me that it is the divine's job and they take care of that. God takes care of that. The only thing that we need to do is just to stay open to this beautiful Christ consciousness energy that is coming in, that is now assimilating into the divine masculine and is being harmonized and anchored into 3D. And also, of course, for the divine feminines. And then just keep holding space and keep holding the light very strongly, very powerfully within you through detoxification, through taking care of yourself, through really, really doing self-care practices to make sure that you're sleeping enough, make sure that you're getting getting to bed on time. Also, make sure that you're waking up early. I'm noticing I'm getting up earlier and earlier each day, and that's awesome. So it's about coming into harmony actually with the planet as well. That is also a massive part of self-care. So making sure that you're aligning your circadian rhythm to the rhythm of the planet. You rise when the sun rises and you kind of settle down when the sun sets for the day. So many different things and so many different ways of doing self-care and taking care of ourselves. And I did make a couple videos about how to care for yourself based on your element. So whether you're fire, water, earth, or air. And I will be making a couple more videos on that just to finish that series. But I will definitely continue to share whatever messages come through. And I would love for you to subscribe to the channel to support this channel. And also, of course, to hit a like on your way out. And I just want to remind everyone that likes, shares, and subscribes are absolutely free for you guys, for the viewers, and it really, really supports channels like mine and many other channels. And it's very, very important. It's important because, again, divine was showing me, like, this is an energetic exchange. So if you watch one of these videos and you like even one sentence or anything, about that video that you just watched, and it doesn't just have to be mine, it could be anybody else's, hit a support that individual through these free ways. It literally takes like one click to do, and you could really, you're also receiving in that moment when you're giving, right? So like when you're hitting that like and when you're subscribing to the channel, you're really supporting that person, but you're actually also supporting yourself, because that good, that support that you give to somebody else comes back to you. You know, don't ever forget that we are always exchanging energy. So I watch tons of people on YouTube, and I'm always liking, I'm always sharing, and I'm always subscribing to so many different channels and stuff. Even if it's not something that I necessarily watch consistently, I'm still doing that just to support that channel, because I know how incredibly important it is to support one another and to really build a beautiful online community where we're not just about taking, not just about like, oh yeah, that info was great and I'll just take it and give nothing in return, right? I don't believe in that, and I don't think that's very heart-centered kind of action. So that's just my personal opinion and my approach on how I do these things and what I personally do with social media and how I use social media. But it's something I wanted to put out there because Divine has sort of nudged me on this several times. I was a little bit reluctant to say anything because I don't want to come across like, oh, I'm trying to get likes, I'm trying to, get more subscribers. It's no, this is about energy exchange. And so if you find anything that is supportive in these videos, or even in just one of my videos, then you can support me back in that kind of way. So, and like I said, not just myself, but other platforms as well, other people as well out on social media. So just a quick side note I wanted to make there. But thanks again so much for watching. I really hope this information was helpful, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome, beautiful, and blessed day. Take care.